Welcome to chapter 2. It feels like he's here. Also, one of you must have noticed by now that I am being quite mocky towards the game. That's not because I dislike it, that's because I'm trying to put entertainment value into reading a visual novel. Yeah! So, if you want to be more serious, either go and play yourself or find another walkthrough/playthrough. Sorry. It was now early in the morning. I thought to myself, half asleep under the covers. I knew I had to wake up, but my body wouldn't listen to me while I was lying on a thing. I was lying down. Yeah. Still, I desperately tried to muster up my willpower. Jeez, give it a rest already! Shouted as I got up. Good morning. You're very energetic this morning, as usual. Basically, that's my cat. She always does that when I speak, and I don't know why. Good morning. Oh bother. Is he always like that close to her face? Because that means that he's like right on top of her. And then she gets up and he's like, hi. I wasn't doing anything. While still in bed, I hung my head in complete exhaustion. The castle has been peaceful for a few days. There have been only a few squabbles. A few days prior, there had been a quarrel with demons, and Yukimura had gotten injured. However, thanks to everyone's brave fighting, the demons' numbers temporarily decreased. I know you're bored, but please stop sneaking in here every morning and night. What if you got caught? You just look like a night predator sneaking into my bedroom. But you see, my princess, I am. If a rumor like that spreads, it's your situation that's gonna get worse. That's not a problem. I don't have situations and stuff, I'm just a walking situation. Kotaro folded his arms proudly. Today I'm sneaking into your room as a morning predator. Strongly protest. Then let me say this. Whenever you're a night or morning predator, the rumors will hurt you. And should I come in the afternoon? Or how about the evening? Oh, enough! You can't sneak in here during morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Use the door like proper people. Then when will I get to see you, princess? When you use the door like proper people? Well, there's no time I can come, right? So that means I'll never get to see you. That makes me feel sort of lonely. Well, that might be, but I'm not good with peer pressure. To begin with, I'm always sitting or standing properly. I don't sneak in. I just do not use doors and make sure that nobody notices me. In the end, I don't think I've done anything wrong. Or anything that you know that I've done that's wrong. Are you teasing me? Who knows? Maybe. Do love that smirk. That's an awesome smirk. Tara smiled cheerfully. That's not a cheerful smile, that's a predatory smile. You are teasing me, you jerk. Even though I said that, I didn't scold seriously. Kotaro always acted like this. And you see, if somebody insists on being a predator or a stalker, it's fine. They always snuck in, but it was just like he'd said. He didn't mean any harm, just to touch me up and do a few things, but I don't know about it, so it's not harm. Above all, it was my fault. He's been falsely accused and had a bad reputation in the castle. No, that was the previous guy's fault. Have to be lenient with him, don't I? Nah, you're lenient with him because you like him. What's wrong, princess? Why did you sigh? No, it's nothing. For some reason, Kotaro shook his head, fixed my posture. For Kotaro, you can come, but do it a little later, okay? I don't like having you see me in my nightgown. At least wait until I finish changing. No way. Kotaro spoke clearly and cut me off. If I did that, it would be meaningless. Came here because I want to see you in your nightgown, because your nightgown is the least covering clothing. Which is all cool and awesome. Oh, you got such a bad taste. I'm trying to tell you to stop that. Kotaro chuckled light-heartedly and thought fireworks had gone off in front of my eyes. It was actually just a smoke grenade. As far as I could see, it was like there were sparks of colorful light sprinkling around, and then I got an eye hemorrhage. Something was sparkling and fluttering in my room. There were fairies! How pretty! As I was absorbed in watching it, the light gradually faded. Tried to reach for the last sparkle, but it dissolved before I could catch it. ... I let out a long sigh and braced myself to talk to Kotaro. Hey Kotaro, how did you just do that just now? Huh? My fist has loosened. Kotaro was nowhere to be seen. He really is elusive, especially when I get distracted by sparkly things. Oh look, a plush pony! I wanted to praise him for showing me that fading, beautiful side. It was a lot of trouble, but meeting him has made me more relaxed. I mean, he brings me stones and he sparkles. However... Did you hear about the new ninja? Yeah, he decapitated the demon's leader, right? No, he didn't actually take off his head. He took off his other head. That's a whole different story. They said he's gone beyond the demon troops and prepared to fight the big boss. The Lord is very pleased with him. That's good and all, but we can't let our guard down. Don't know about asking a traitor like that to help us. It's like the enemy is amongst us. They're saying some pretty harsh things as usual. I overheard rumors that were probably about Kotaro. My feet stopped unintentionally. I intended for it to continue going, but it just stopped. Silly feet. Wasn't there anything I could do to make the rumors stop? It's not like right now I could just walk out of there and go, I'm the princess and you're not allowed to say that, and they would be like, oh, okay. Or I couldn't speak carelessly in the type of situation. Might be considered favoritism. Rita, what's wrong? Why do you look so worried? Oh, Yukimura. He was acting like my brother. Somehow it was easy to talk to him. Are you worried about something? Yes, I'm worried that that little shirt of yours will not keep those pectorals inside of it. ... You see, I want to talk to you about something. It's about Fuma Kotaro, isn't it? I sat next to him on the veranda surrounding the courtyard. Yukimura had a bright smile on. I should try a voice, shouldn't I? It's annoying when I try voices. I have nothing against him, but it's because of his personality. He shuns everyone. If he keeps making achievements, the senior vassals will have ill feelings towards him. After hesitating for a bit, I started speaking. Why do you sound like you ate a helium balloon? I heard him being called a traitor. Oh! I was sure Yukimura had heard them as well. He had an awkward and bewildering smile on. That's not a smile, that's an inverted smile. Turn that frown upside down. What do you think, Yukimura? Well, it's true, I heard the rumors, but I don't think about the details. But it's like I said earlier, they're just jealous of him. Then do you think they're avoiding the truth? If he came here after betraying his master, Father would have fired him. Or wouldn't have hired him in the first place. Either way works. ... He was right. At any rate, the person who hired him was my real, deceased father. According according to my hazy memories, hadn't been as stubborn as Nobunaga. Oh, even if he had or hadn't been a traitor, it wasn't Kotaro who had done it. At least Yukimura didn't care about the rumors. That made me feel better. But Murta, why are you so worried about Kotaro? I'm not worried. I'm not in the least worried about him. I asserted my opinion. Why are you getting angry? I'm not angry. No matter how I look at it, you look angry. And I have a mouth that's upside down. He was right. It must have looked like I was angry. Cleared my throat and let strength out of my shoulders. He's troublesome, but even though he's not a bad person, people speak poorly of him. I feel bad for him. He does do some mischief, but he isn't a bad guy. Yukimura folded his arms and tilted his head. He then looked at me suspiciously. Are you close to Kotaro? Huh? No, it's just not the way you talk about him. We meet in the middle of the night in my bedroom sometimes. Nothing serious. Oh no. How was I supposed to answer him? Couldn't tell him that Kotaro has snuck into my room in the morning and at night. Rather than close, how should I put it? The princess and I are good friends. Kotaro suddenly appeared in front of us and I almost screamed. I always react to my friends like that. I scream at their faces going, oh my god, you're so ugly, it's scary every time I see you. Kotaro was hanging on the eaves upside down. He was smiling as well. Since when have you been there? Since when have you been there? Have you been eavesdropping on us? That's such a mean way to put it. You two started talking where I'd taken my afternoon nap. Kotaro nimbly came down on the ground, put his hand on his hip and looked at me. Never thought you worried about me so much, princess. It wasn't like I was worried about... I blush and go and then he goes, you're such a creep. Don't hide it. When I heard you from up there, my chest started trembling. He even said, I feel bad for him. He must have been anticipating me. It's a good thing I kept seeing you every day. Ah! The way he said it made it sound like a long-distance relationship. Would have done a proper scream, but my boyfriend's asleep, and every time when I do, I really scare people, so I shouldn't. That being said, I probably shouldn't do voices, but by the time somebody goes, Berta, you shouldn't do voices, it will already have, like, months passed, and then everybody will hate me. That's alright. I panicked and tried to cover Kotaro's mouth, but I was too slow. I thought I felt some turbulence in the air, and Yukimura stood up and frowned. Murta, what was that about just now? No, it's fine. I'll ask Kotaro. Kotaro, what do you mean when you said you go to Murta's room every day? Kotaro mumbled something as I covered his mouth. Enough out of you, just shut up. Eek! Kotaro suddenly licked my hand and I reflexively loosened my grip for a second. In that instant, Kotaro moved my hand aside and spoke in a lordly manner. Well, actually, the princess asked me to do her a favor. A favor? Oh, but I can't tell you the details. I need to protect her privacy after all. All I can tell you that is something important involving this nation. Wait, Kotaro, what are you saying? With a serious expression on, Yukimura raised his hand and interrupted me. Does that have to do with the demons? Yeah, something like that. How does coming to see me sleeping face have any connections to the demons? I'm too stupid to get what people are lying. In my thoughts, I was let down and let my shoulders drop. But an important issue about the country... It's his lines. but an important issue about the country that deals with Martha and the demons. Is this really true, Martha? Yukimura probed me and tilted his head as he couldn't make sense of anything. Of course! Of course! I daringly puffed out my chest as I declared it. Kotaro then backed me up, and then I puffed my cheeks to look like a puffy penguin. I'm sure we'll tell you about it soon enough, so please be patient for now. That's fine if that's the case. Yukimura nodded with a very serious face and left us. The prince sure is a good person. Is he fit to be the future of this castle? You see, only assholes are fit to be the future lord of the castle. Kotaro! Pulled on Kotaro's ear. What was that for? Throw you a lifesaver and this is what I get? Be quiet! This all started because of your big mouth. No, actually, it's your fault for coming to my room for no reason. Like I said before, feasting my eyes on you is important business. Is that so? Before I knew it, Kotaro had freed himself from my grasp. Ouch! Can't underestimate you if you are able to catch a ninja like me. Oh, let it go. But this castle sure does have some nice prince and princess. Huh? You two stood up for me even though I was being called a traitor, right? ... That's not exactly right? Then what is? All I knew was Kotaro hadn't had any time to betray anyone. There was no way of knowing now whether or not the man Kotaro had replaced was a traitor. Hey Kotaro? Is there anything I can do for you? He'd been falsely accused and had gone through a tough time because of me. If the original ninja had betrayed his master, Kotaro had to have felt guilty for no reason. This was for my own interests. I thought I could atone from pretending not to know anything. Kotaro put his chin on his fist and looked up, deep in thought. Quickly smiled. How about you keep me company for one night? Excuse me? At my old place. There weren't any pretty girls or delicious food. After coming here, I've been able to eat good food, but there haven't been any pretty girls. If the castle town was still around, I could have made some good memories. Now all I have is the princess. My entire body was boiling with anger. I clenched my fist and shook. Tara saw it and started laughing. Don't be mad. It was a joke. I was joking. JK, lol. Even if it was a joke, how dare you say something like that? Whoa! I tried to slap him, but Kotaro once again hit himself. How scary a girl! His chuckling voice got further and further away, made a sound as it trampled onto the floor. That jerk! Kotaro came to my room again that night. Princess, come out and play. I was still angry about the afternoon and I pretended not to hear him and pretended to sleep. Come on, I came all this way, let's talk. If you keep ignoring me, I'm gonna tickle you. If you do that, I'll scream at the top of my lungs. You were just pretending to sleep. What about it? Come on, wake up, let's talk. We'll talk to someone who lies about the discussion of important matters. Rolled out of bed. What's with that? Are you still holding a grudge about this afternoon? Hate people who ask these kind of questions. I'm tired. Just leave me already. I even brought you a present. But that Kotaro's presence faded. Slowly opened my eyes and looked behind me. Like always, Kotaro had left silently. This is... brown, semi-transparent stone was lying on the floor. When I held it up to the light beyond my door, I figured out it was multicolored. Was this what he meant by present? I was sure he was excited and had brought it to see how I would react. He likes picking random rocks up like that. When I thought about it like that, I felt bad for turning him away. Oh, come back! You brought me a pretty rock! Kotaro? I listened closely, but there was no reply. I rolled the jewel onto the palm of my hand and decided to search for Kotaro in the morning and thank him for the jewel. And again, he might not come because he'd feel awkward after I scolded him. Late at night, while I was dozing off, I heard the sound of a flute again. It sounds a little sad today, yet it felt a little violent. I hadn't known one of the vassals was fond of the flute. Somebody's playing the flute violently? How do you do that? Is he like attempting a rock concert up there with a flute? Because that's impressive. Might have been because many people lost their homes and took refuge in the castle. Oh, he messed up. For a second, the melody became sporadic. He's going freestyle. The sound stopped once, became rough, and stopped again. It seemed like he was done for today. Flutes are funny. I laughed while I was half asleep. The flute player honestly conveyed his feelings through his music. It felt a little off. He might not show up because he'd feel awkward. That was what I thought, but contrary to my beliefs, Kotaro casually showed up. Brent says, "Good morning!" I woke up and saw Kotaro's exhaustingly bright smile. Believe it made it quite clear that I don't want you here before I finish changing. Well, it's fine. Oh, you're not mad today. Gotten used to it. As long as you don't say any vulgar jokes like yesterday's, you can sleep in my room, puppy. Pat, pat, pat. Strictly speaking, my appearance wasn't fit to be seen by others, much less a man. I was sure getting used to this would become slightly problematic. Nonetheless, Kotaro was always like this. Didn't find him attractive, so I let him slide. Girl, are you crazy? He's muscular and blonde and tall and sneaky. What else do you want? Oh, that's right. Thank you for the present last night. It's very pretty. The jewel next to my bed shined in the morning light. Finally figured out it was light pink. I have trouble looking at colors sometimes. For some reason, Kotaro looked surprised. You're too good-natured. If I could win you over with a rock just like that. Oh, would it have been better if I hadn't forgiven you? No, it's not like that. Kotaro spoke as he put his hands behind his head. If you liked it that much, I'll get you another one. Okay, I'll be looking forward to it. As Kotaro laughed in front of me, he looked a little childish. Couldn't get angry at him. She's too cute! I was fooling him. He was fighting for a nation he had no relation to. It might not have been the right to scold him over trivial matters like this. That was what I thought. Yes, I would like to save. Yay! Chapter 3 incoming soon.